level constantly dying? Don't do as much damage as you wish for? Or always getting blown up? Well, what if I told you that you can have a build that not only gives off amazing damage, but can also take nukes to the face just as a level 50? Without using mods, mutations, nor buffs, I'm going to show you how in this video. For the armor that I will be using is a full set of leather armor, with 2 modifications added called shadowed leather, which gives 5% stealth in shadows, and ultra-light build, which gives 5% action points. For the chest piece, you want to add on dense mod, which reduces explosive damage by 50%, which is huge. You can pick up some leather armor pieces just a little bit up the map at Grafton Station, located in the Toxic Valley, along with the shadow leather armor and ultralight plans. If they're not there, you may need to server hop. Now, the reason why I chose leather armor is because not only is it the best armor in the game against energy resistance, can also be found practically anywhere, but is also one of the best beginner armor for sneaking. Moving on to the weapons. For the weapons that I'll be using is a combat rifle and the assault rifle. Just like the leather armor, these 2 weapons are also commonly seen across the wasteland. In order to unlock the suppressors, you'll have to keep scrapping them to unlock it. My advice would be to keep one that has pretty good modifications on it and scrap the extras to see if you unlock the attachment. You can also find some plans for both weapons at about any train station in the Savage Divide, Toxic Valley, or even the Forest. Now, I do also recommend getting the handmade rifle, as it is pretty easy to get and get the right modifications on. You can buy the plan at either White Springs Mall or at the R&G station down below the map. Moving on to perk points. For strength, you want 8. Perception, 8. Endurance, 8. Charisma, 2. Intelligence, 5. Agility, 15. And luck at 10. Here's the perk cards that I will be using. Notice that there's some sneak bonus cards, so you want to be crouched when enemies are nearby to get the bonuses. And for the legendary perk, that's pretty optional, but I went for follow through to get the most sneak damage outcome. Now that we have everything we need, let's see how it looks. Now, even though the shadow leather armor says 5% shadows, that doesn't necessarily mean it only works in shadows. It'll work just the same during the day. Now, what happens if you stand up in front of them? Well, thanks to the dense leather torso mod, that was just a tickle. Now, since our character still isn't high enough to have high perception accuracy yet, nor the buffs to help, we do want to stay kind of mid-close range. This will also help with damage. As I have some perk cards when enemies are close, you do more damage. Another great thing about this build is that it is ammo efficient, as it takes only 1 to 3 shots to kill most enemies. You'll definitely stack up over time. Let's see how it goes inside of West Tech.
Head.
Well, that was a slice of cake. Now what about something tankier, like the Scorched Beast? Too easy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Let's try out something just as tough. A Mirelurk Queen. If it weren't for server lag, we could have probably finished her off in one clip, which is pretty dang good. Now what about the death claws that messed me up pretty bad at the start? That was pretty quick. Another great thing about this build is that you don't even really need to use VATS to give off decent damage as long as you're sneaking. Now, the reason why I made this video is I remember I was too a low level not doing any damage, or would always get killed and had no idea where to start or do. So I made a video that covers all three of those things and would have helped me back then, and hopefully it'll help you. If you're more of a heavy gun user not interested in VATS, let me know and I'll make a beginner-friendly heavy gunner build. Or if you want to step it up with the commando build and interested in seeing a level 100 or 75 bloodied commando build for the future, also let me know. And again, thanks for watching.